Hey everyone, I'm Matt, and welcome to the Good Trouble Show. I have 3 asks today. 1, watch this video in its entirety. 2, reach out to your senator and congressman on this subject. 3, hang up your partisan hat just for 5 minutes. This topic transcends party lines, so tune out all the typical political BS we see daily and watch and listen. I'm a Democrat, but people on both sides of the aisle are doing very important work on this very important subject, and they deserve our support regardless of party. This from The Late Show with Steven Colbert.
Let's talk about UFOs for a minute. What do you make of what's going on right now?
Oh, it's exciting.
Exciting, all right.
I think the secrecy that is shrouding all of these sightings and the lack of transparency until Freedom of Information Act compels certain materials to be released publicly, I think that there is something going on that simply needs extraordinary due diligence.
Something is going on that has been shrouded in secrecy that demands our due diligence.
But I just know, as a person that makes movies and uses his imagination, and also as a person that is insatiably curious about UFOs or UAPs,
yes,
that there's something going on that we're really not being made that's not being disclosed to us.
Steven Spielberg knows.
Well, senators who have been briefed on this, and I don't mean just these latest balloon-ish incidents, senators who have been briefed on this have said there are things the American people deserve to know, and the quote I love is, and they're ready to learn. And that says to me that there's something sort of paradigm shattering about this news that we're not being told.
Not being told that we are being interacted with by a non-human intelligence. Not being told that it's been going on for a very, very long time. We are not being told that our country is in possession of intact, crashed, off-world vehicles. We're not being told that Pentagon programs illegally hidden from Congress exist to recover these craft not made by human hands. Senators and congressmen of both parties now know this. Remember number 3, put your party loyalty on hold and just listen.
I have seen evidence of craft that I am not familiar with any of our allies or adversaries or even our country possessing. I've seen that craft taken by air crews who have gotten quite close to it, and we've got a lot more questions about why this information isn't more broadly available to the American people.
I mean, it's starting to sound like there's something being covered up.
Sure, I was with Matt. I know what he is referring to, and I will tell Jeremy, we've got to have hearings. We're going to have hearings. I talked to Speaker McCarthy. I talked to the chairman of the Oversight Committee. I'm on that Oversight Committee. That's where it's got to happen. We're going to have hearings. We're going to ask them tough questions.
That was Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz and Tim Burchett, along with journalist Jeremy Corbell. Congressional hearings are likely coming, and it's high time. For the Democrats watching this, did you know that Senator Kirsten Gillibrand and senators from both parties wrote 33 pages of legislation on UAP that are now federal law? Did you know that Senator Kirsten Gillibrand and 15 other senators, 10 of which were Democrats, wrote a letter to the Pentagon demanding increased funding for the government's Aero Office, which is tasked with tackling this problem? Did you know that personnel involved in legacy UAP crash retrieval programs flew to Washington to testify under oath to Aero about these hidden programs? This secrecy, it puts our men and women that protect this country in harm's way. I have personally spoken to officials on Capitol Hill about this. UAPs are real and they are a national security issue. And we're not talking about balloons or Chinese drones. We're talking about something not made by human hands. It is time to level with the public. We as Americans are ready, but the real paradigm shift needs to happen in the government. Illegal programs are hidden in nodes spread across government agencies and private aerospace by a handful of career bureaucrats who are likely lining their pockets while hoarding this paradigm-shifting knowledge and materials. Members of Congress like Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, Marco Rubio, Mark Warner, Lindsey Graham, Martin Heinrich, Kevin Kramer, Jeanne Shaheen, Dan Sullivan, Mark Kelly, Elizabeth Warren, Tim Kaine, John Hickenlooper, Michael F. Bennett, Richard Blumenthal, Amy Klobuchar, and Jackie Rosen are sticking their necks out to get this truth to the American people. These folks deserve our support because we deserve the truth. Email your representatives today. Demand hearings. Demand the truth, because the truth always wins.